Hello, 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 hello. So today's episode is sponsored by Woo Woo Juice. You guys know who Woo Woo is. Y'all know all about Woo Woo. He sells those delicious drinks at the track and at a lot of car events, but also he also sells to franchises and restaurants. So if you guys want to sell Woo Woo in your restaurant, he is available for you guys to get with him and do franchise information. Now, today's guest is Awesome Wheel Company. You guys know it's been a long time coming getting Awesome Wheel Company on here. I feel like I kind of been harassing him for years to try and get him on the show. A lot of these guys aren't people that like really want to talk to people or want to be seen, but I'm just grateful and thankful that they obliged me to come on the show. So let me go ahead. I know that's right. Let me go ahead and get him in. It looks like he just joined, so I'm gonna go ahead and send him a request. If while we wait for him to get on, if you guys have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go click the link in my bio and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And you can catch up on past episodes of Rise and Vibes. If you miss any of this portion of, if you miss any of today's show, let me see, I'll try to send it again. If you miss any of today's episode, then you can catch up on the full episode and any past full episodes. So just be mindful that you can do that. I'm sending him a request again, so hopefully he should be joining. Hello.
Hello, hello. Hey, what's up? What's up?
Hey, so listen, let me just say this. I feel like I be harassing you guys, and I'm so sorry.
You know what? Apologies accepted. But I like the fact that it's not harassment, it's being persistent.
Oh, that's what I'm
Yes,
going
it's being
to say next time somebody tell me I'm harassing them. I'm going to say I'm being persistent.
yes. That'll get you in the door. Yep.
So first I want to tell you, thank you for sitting down, taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down and talk to me and answer the fans' questions. It's definitely been a long time coming, ever since I think I learned who you were, probably maybe about four or 5 years ago, maybe.
Right.
I was so impressed by what it is that you do.
Thank you.
So I'm not gonna let the cat out the bag. We're gonna start talking, and then I'm gonna let people,
Right.
if they are not following you already, put two and two together and figure out what it is that you do. So my first question is, how did you get started just being into the cars, period?
I got started being into cars by just a youngster seeing cars in the neighborhood. See, Lowrider magazine was real big influence on me being young. Really, it was Lowrider and seeing the cars from the city ride through the neighborhoods. You go to different places to see cars. So I just took a liking to that at a young age. So that started off my interest into cars, just seeing them.
So you're talking about Lowrider magazine. You giving away your your age.
Yeah, I go way back to looking at the lowrider cars, looking at how beautiful they would build them, all the graphics, the hydraulics, the just everything that they did. It was like the only place that you could really see that, so I was tuned in.
Mm-hmm. So fast forward since you talked about lowriders, we know you. That means you're a particular age.
Right.
So fast forward to being into cars, and for those that don't know, well, tell people what it is that you do. I'll let you describe what it is that you do.
Okay. I run a design company, Awesome Wheel Company, and what I do is design primarily Ford's wheels. I design for few of the big name wheel companies in the game, but that's primarily what I do. I'm a forged wheel designer. I come concept of how the wheel is going to look, and I draw it out, and it goes from there.
So you just pretty much draw wheels all day.
All day, all the time, all the time. Anytime it hits me, I'm drawing wheels. Yeah, it's a lot, and I have a lot of wheels, so I draw wheels all the time.
So now, oh, you buffering a little bit. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Maybe. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You fine on my end.
I don't know what's going on. You froze on my end. I could just see. Oh crap. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna get him back in. Okay. I'm gonna try to get him back in, guys. I apologize. Okay, you're back. I can see you.
I switched phones too. This one may work a little bit better.
So you pretty much just draw wheels all day. How did you get into that though?
Being young, I was into art, so I would draw different things, draw things I seen, draw comics, just whatever I could draw to just get it out. And in 1999, I seen the Aurelia Assassin, and that wheel was different from any other wheel I had ever seen in Lowrider in front of me. And it told me that, hey, this rule breaks every rule that you've seen with all the other wheels. So my mind said, you can do what you want to do. So it was more of a hobby. I would do what I do, go to school. This is young when I started, so I'm in school, just going about my regular business. But when I just get time to myself, I would just draw wheels. Whatever I could imagine, I would just draw wheels. And it stuck for years and years. That was like my go-to thing to do, just design wheels.
So fast forward. Okay, so I feel like a lot of us, well, not me personally because I can't draw, but I feel like a lot of younger people. I got you, Mike. I feel like a lot of younger people were into drawing cars when they were young.
Right.
So talk about how fast forward you drawing cars, you drawing wheels, drawing all these things. How do you get hooked up with the big name forge companies for them to actually for doing what you love, turn that into not only your passion but your paycheck?
Right. So initially, like I said, it was a hobby. I was not thinking about being a wheel designer, not thinking nothing of the sort. Even though I'm in the culture, I'm around cars, I'm driving cars, but it was another career that I was in that I needed cars for. So when I approached somebody about using the car for what I needed it for, it was like, hey, don't you draw wheels? And I was like, yeah, you're right. You ever thought about getting into the wheel companies or doing whatever? And I was like, you know what? Even though I'm designing wheels, I never thought about it like that, but I'm glad you said it. So from there, I just started to draw more wheels, and over time, I started to try to figure out a way to get in. How can I get myself in front of the right people, get my name in the right places to make this actually grow into a reality? Because at the time, the things that I'm drawing is the same things I'm looking in online at, looking in the books. I'm drawing the same thing, if not better. So I said, let me try to figure out a way to get myself into the game.
Right. So do you remember the first set of wheels that somebody picked up and you were like, oh.
Yeah, I do. A Money Forge, 2016, I woke up one morning and I seen my wheel drawing made into an actual wheel. That was it. Yeah.
So they had already commissioned you to draw the wheel at that point?
No
permission.
No, yeah. But I will say this, before it happened, I knew it would happen, to be honest. Because I I know how the world works, and for a while, I'm kind of apprehensive about putting my designs on Instagram, and because I know somebody could steal it, but maybe they could get me in the right spot. And really, that's actually what happened, because I knew my designs were good. I knew they were so different that it would kind of make it easier for me to be a conversation piece in whatever direction I was going toward, and that's pretty much what happened. But initially, a designer stole my wheel and sold it to Amani Forge. Yeah. And they actually made the wheel. It came out single 2016. Woke up one morning and seen my wheel, and it was made exactly the way I drew it. I said, so now let's see where we can get you from here.
So what happened from there? Like, so what did you do? Like, were you just like?
So by that time, just from drawings, I had kind of met a few people that were in the industry in a little small circle. And when it happened and I posted the side-by-side pictures, a lot of people actually went to him to question him. Hey, this guy saying you didn't pay him for this design. So they allowed me an opportunity to have a conversation with him, and we fixed that. And that was another point to go from.
Okay. So from there, 2016, now you in possibly with Armani, or you just shop it around for all the other wheel companies at this point?
Really, the whole time, that's how it's been. I've never been specific to just one company. I kind of just been working my way around with different companies, just building my way up. Pretty much, that's what I've been doing.
How do you feel when you see your design on cars? Are you like, oh my God?
Sometimes it takes me a minute to be like, oh my God, like, to be honest, because it's so many steps. For a while, I was just wild by the steps that I was making before I even seen a wheel. And I remember one day just seeing the actual first wheel in person. I'm still trying to get over the shock of seeing my first wheel on Instagram on a picture. So, months later when I see it in person, it's overwhelming. I kind of don't take it in until later on. I have to spend time thinking about it. The fact that I brought so much of what I seen in my head into reality. It never hits me right on. It always hits me later.
So how I describe you? You're one of the most famous, non-famous people there are. Like,
yeah.
I don't mean no disrespect, but really,
no, hey, that's accurate, because I'll be honest with you, that's the way I designed it. I don't like. I know being famous on the forefront is gonna come, but I try to stay behind the scenes so I can concentrate on working.
Somebody said it in the comments, low key but lit. That's it. That's it. Low key but lit. Like,
hey, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Some people know, some people don't.
Listen, when I first found out who you were, I was like, oh my God, I got to get him on my show. And I feel like I've been chasing you for years.
Yeah, I remember we talked about doing the interview a while back, but it got away from us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How did you find out about me? Like, what was your wow moment?
So I want to say in 2018, maybe, I was looking around for a Monte Carlo because I decided I wanted to build a G-body. And I was saying all these things I wanted. I wanted my own custom rims, like with my stuff, like my rim. Right. And somebody, I can't even remember who it was, but they were like, well, you should holler at the guy from Austin Wheel Company. Right. And I was like, who? They were like, he draws the wheels for all the rim companies. I'm like, oh, I got to go find him because he got to draw my wheels.
Okay.
From there, I found you, and we ain't never talk about drawing my rims. I was just so in awe of what you do. Like,
right. I appreciate that.
As a true car culture connoisseur, I'm
Right.
so, I'm so, I think it's so dope how you were able to take your passion and turn it into a paycheck. I'm all about that.
Right. Right. I appreciate that.
So sometimes do you look at, okay, listen, I don't know what they pay you, it ain't my business for a design, but do you look at, listen, they took my one design and made $1 million?
Um, on one side I do, but on the other side I don't. Because if I primarily did, I wouldn't make it nowhere. I would be
Right.
selfish. I wouldn't want to give it to them. I would be waiting for them to do me 100% the right way. But I found a spot where I could still enjoy the passion of what I do and build myself up to getting whatever I feel like I deserve. You know, I know I deserve it. I know who I am. I know what I am. But not everybody knows. And so just like I started working, like, you know, this comes from a long line back. I started in the industry in 2016. It took you to 2020 to find me. So it's the same with all the places that I'm trying to go. It's the same with everybody else. I got to grind it out and grow it up pretty much. And I understand that. So, yeah, I know they're getting a bag off of what I do, but I'm going to get a bag too. I just take that approach.
At this point, so you've been doing it, I guess we would say, are you doing it full, have you been doing it full time since 16? Or what, is this your full-time job, or what else do you do outside of the wheels?
Outside of the wheels, I primarily, I'm a body man. I went to school for collision repair. So that's one of my main things. I've been into music. I cook. I got a lot of different talents. So I got things to keep me afloat, or to just coincide with what's going on with the wheel game.
So you are pretty much like a jack of all trades. That's what you're saying.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Now, I think a little birdie told me that you are you starting your own wheel company?
Yes, ma'am. I have already started, kind of what I guess you would call a soft start. I haven't announced it. I haven't had a big hey, I'm here party, but I'm working designs, taking orders, putting wheels on the ground, grinding my way up. So yeah.
So you done bought machines and stuff, and now you.
I haven't bought machines. I have been able to gain relationships that I could get wheels made from the same material that they're using, the same machines, the same everything that the big companies are using. I got access through building relationships and building my brand. So no, I don't have my own machines. They're expensive. There's a very expensive route to this, but I found another way.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk, because you know I'm looking for some wheels for my G body.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk. I got you. I got you. Facts.
Listen, I have been trying to decide what wheel I want to go with on my G body, because I have 4Gs on my Camaro. So I've been trying to decide. We're gonna have to talk after this.
Yeah, we gotta talk. Hey, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Yep. When you wake up and realize this guy been doing everybody else stuff, I just need to get something from him direct. That's what I'm here for. And
right.
To make it happen.
What do you want to do next?
Next, I'll show you what I want to do next.
Okay. Like my guy, and I just had him last week.
Right.
So those, you want to design those next?
I already make them. I already design them. It's kind of like pretty much getting into mass producing. That's really it.
Like,
because I also
are Matchbox.
Yes, that's what this is, a Matchbox car. This is no, this is not a Matchbox. This is a Greenlight box Chevy. on wheels I designed. They didn't come like
Oh.
this. This is a. I'll let you tell me what
Oh,
this is.
oh my God, that's my car. That's my car. That is
On MTW, it didn't come
so
like this. I got a Monte Carlo on billet wheels. Didn't come like this. And
Oh, you got a short bed.
short bed
Oh
on
my goodness.
Gatto with LS
With an
Supercharged. Yeah. It didn't come like this. Oh yeah.
Listen, you are so talented.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Like, how do you hone all that talent? Like, just in, how do you decide what you gonna do next? Like, you just do so much stuff.
It drives me. You see, I'm rubbing my head. It drives me crazy. Trying to figure out what do I do today? What
That's
do I
me,
do?
right?
Yeah.
I wake up in the middle of the night. I sleep with a notepad in my bed because the doctor said my phone, I shouldn't be looking at that bright light when I wake up. So
Right.
I sleep with a notepad in the bed and I point the phone at my notepad and I write down my ideas in the middle of the night.
Right. So I'm constantly writing inside of my head. I'm constantly seeing Will. I'm constantly thinking about techniques that I unlocked. Always thinking about wheels. Always.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. So I feel you. I just don't get up in the well, sometimes I do get up in the middle of the night and draw a few lines, but I'm always thinking about wheels. But
What's one design that, I'm sorry, you go ahead.
This is what I want to, this is what I'm going to do next. Because I'm already, well, to explain what I do with this, I don't actually make the cars. Most of the custom builders in the custom world, we buy these cars, but we 3D print parts to them. Engines, speakers, wheels. So I primarily make wheels. I make a few engines, speakers. I make different parts, but primarily I make 3D printed wheels that would just take the stock wheels off and put it's the same as the one-on-one scale world, same as the real world. We buy the car and change what we want to change on the car.
Mm-hmm.
And it's big. It's bigger than it's what they call a niche market.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty huge, but you got to be in it to kind of really know what's going on with it.
Listen, from the guys that I started following that do it, I already know once my car ready, I want one. Like, I want a tiny one, and I want a big one, and I want a bigger one, and I want my grandson a power wheel.
Right. And there's people, it's somebody out there that can make every scale that you just named, but I want to be in a position to mass produce different cars in each scale. I would love to be able to walk inside of Walmart and see Dunkmaster car right there, Novel's car right there, pick it up and take it home for myself. You got people out there that can make them, but there's nobody mass producing these cars. You go in the store, you just see stock cars, dreamed up imaginary cars. Nothing against the cars, but there are no cars from our culture in these stores at all. So we make them. I
found a Grand National at Christmas time, and I was so happy. Like,
yeah, you can find them. I got a few Grand Nationals. Like, you can find certain cars. You can find Grand Nationals. You can find box Chevy short bed trucks in certain stores, certain times of the year, but it's just not a lot of them. So that's what makes the collector's market value so high, because it's such a small amount of these cars that you can get out and get them. Certain cars resale value is pretty high for a small car.
Oh, when I find them, I'm going to buy them all up. So y'all gonna have to come to me and get them. Whenever I find them, I'm buying every one of them. I did a video, right? Everybody knows I want a Grand National, so I did a video, right? I said, y'all, I finally found my Grand National. Flip to the next slide to see me doing donuts in my Grand National, and it was the little Hot Wheels.
Hey, you gotta manifest some kind of way.
Listen, I'm all about manifestation. That's why I'm glad you changed it, because you said I would like to, and then you said I'm going to. Like, I'm a firm believer in manifestation, and I feel like delay is not deny, right? Like
Right.
when you said what happened to you in 2016 when Buddy did that to you with those wheels. Just because it was delayed from 2016, look at where you are in 2023.
Right.
Did you
Right.
ever think you would be where you are today, doing just drawing cars and wheels in school?
I didn't. Because when I was younger, like I said, it was a hobby, so I didn't think about the wheel industry, even though this is the same stuff I'm looking in the magazines and looking at the cars riding in the cars. I didn't think of myself in the aspect of being in the wheel industry. So I think that's why a lot of times it still kind of shocked me because I spent so many years not thinking of myself in the wheel industry, but I'm a wheel designer the whole time.
I'm gonna tell you what makes it that much more what makes it that much more dope for me is you are African American. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. That's a
I'm not prejudiced by any means.
Right,
but let me
right.
just tell you, when I found out you were African American, I was like, oh my God.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's a major PowerPoint, major driving force for what I do.
I don't think
because
there are many of people that look like us in doing it like on a high level or on a broad scale in the car world.
I haven't met it sounds braggadocious, but I haven't met a black designer on my level. And to be honest with you, the industry is set up with different cultures and different sections when you really get into it, and it's not black. It's not black. Even though we going in the store, buying the wheels, we ordering the wheels, we fixing up the cars, we ride, we at the shows, like the culture is driven off of us, but at the table, it's not black.
So when I started to learn and know the owners of these companies, I was like, that's why I've taken so long to make the decision on what wheels to put on my old school, because I would really like I'm saying it without saying it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I feel you 2,000%.
And I mean, and you're absolutely right. It's on our, like, we buy the wheels. We buy all this stuff, and not many people that look like us are the owners of these companies.
Not at all. And the way the game is set up, it's so hard for us to get in a position to flourish. But I will say, from my 2016 getting in and getting around and learning, the game has changed. If you're in the right position, when that window open, there are there's some black designers, there's some black wheel companies that's about to boom, kablooey, just blow the door straight off the hinges, because they were an instrumental part of moving the culture, even though the companies that make the wheels, the people are in the position of making sure that they keep us at bay in different ways.
Right.
But it's changing.
Listen, like I said, there are things I just love the car world, period. Like, I love the cars and the culture, but certain things make me they're near and dear to my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this is one of them. Knowing that, like I know some of the designs that you have designed for these companies.
Right.
You if you ain't gonna say it, I ain't gonna say it. But your favorite person, y'all favorite people, some of y'all favorite people in the car world got his designs on their car right now.
Right. Like so many of them, like
including myself, I believe.
On which car?
On my Camaro.
I haven't do. Like I haven't been able. I haven't done any wheels with Forgiato.
Okay.
never did anything with Ford Giotto. The main companies that
wait, no, let's go for let's get on, let's talk Forgiato. What you waiting for?
To you know what? They know.
Okay.
They know. They know. Yeah,
Well, we're gonna speak it into existence this year. We're gonna speak it into existence this year. You gonna have
this
quite a few times Forgiato.
Yeah, Forgiato. Like I've been fortunate enough to meet people in the culture, in the industry, that are moving these wheels, selling wheels, that have a relationship with these companies, that would call these companies on the phone for me. Like, bro, you're dope. I love what you're doing. I don't see nobody doing what you're doing. These people need you, man. Come sit down with me. I'll call them. Like it's there. It's up to them. Like I've been freelance. I don't have I got feelings, but I don't got no feelings for this game because I know what it is. But through the madness, as you can see, I'm building my brand. So whatever it is, bring it on. I have worked with everybody that I can work with, if it's fair enough and honest enough for me, because I do design for these companies relationship based. Like it's not just, hey, send me some pictures, and no, it don't work like that. Like my first deal I did with Rucci, I did do a few designs with my first 5 designs I did with Rucci. I did it online, but that next week I was in Detroit and I stayed up there for a week because I need to be around you. I need to soak you up. I need to listen to you. I need to get it all. And after we did those designs, the next time I went to California and stayed out there for about 5 or 6 months and went into the Rucci factory every day, was around everything, around the machines, around the salesmen, just soaking it all up, because being over here is that stuff doesn't exist over here. So I knew to get the maximum experience, I had to go over there and be around it. So that's what I did. Taught me a lot, learned a lot, seen a lot, and and it gave me an opportunity to gain some very powerful relationships just being out there.
So, speaking on relationships, right? And maybe you could speak to this. I know, like you said, they know, right? It's a lot of things that people don't understand. Relationships can sometimes buy you things money can't.
Right.
So how have you been able to capitalize on a lot of your relationships?
Relationships have put me in places that I know I wouldn't be there on my own. It has held me in places longer. Like, for instance, I gotta use it as an example. My relationship with Tire King. It's a lot of times that I've been around him and I've been able to work on whatever we're working on and been able to meet other people around him just from our relationship. And even if it's just seeing him at a car show, I know I just seen you 2 weeks ago at a car show, but here we go again at another car show, and I'm talking to you and you're talking to Carlos Miller. Right. Or you're talking to XYZ. It just being in that place, if I was there by myself, I'd probably be somewhere in the corner not talking to anybody. But that's just one example. There's plenty of examples of where I've been able to get things made based on relationships. When I'm working with certain people and they say, oh, if you design this, we'll make this for you, but they're not making it. But I was around this person, and that relationship got me a wheel made. So relationships are very, very valuable.
I try to tell people you have to. The world is relationship based. A lot of things, like you said, networking. I believe in, like, if me and you standing up there having a conversation, and somebody walk up, I'm gonna say, hey, do you know this is such and such? He owns Awesome Wheel Company.
Right.
Now I'm talking about what you do, but you can talk about what you do, because this is the thing. I tell people this all the time, and I use this hashtag all the time. Hashtag we all we got. If we don't try to look out for each other, or try to take like the relationships that I've been able to build with people over the time that I've been in this car world are invaluable.
Right.
They have got, like you said, in rooms that I never thought I would be in, gotten me things that like I'm trying to get online and order them, but I call such and such and say, hey, I'm looking for this. They're like, oh, I'm gonna send you one. You want what?
Right. And then too, your character adds a lot of value to how you move your relationships. Because if you're a good, wholesome, positive person, people want to do things for you. People want, not everybody, but you will run into those people and build those relationships where people will pretty much treat you like they treat themselves. You're looking for what part? Oh man, let me call so-and-so for you. He did this for me. I'm going to make sure he do it for you. Just like you're saying, those relationships get you into places, help you meet people that you probably wouldn't have met on your own.
And another thing, when you that type of person, you can feel out like if you a good person and you like genuine, you can feel out when somebody not that way. Like for some reason I don't want to deal with him or her. And that's because I can feel that they not. Now some of them, it may take you a little bit longer to understand that they that way. But when you understand and you feel that they that way, you like, oh, I ain't dealing with this person.
Right. That's why I take time to be around the person. You know, like me and you, for instance. Yeah, you reached out a while back, but your persistence over time just made the bridge to, hey man, if you don't do this show, something wrong with you, man. She been persistent. She been respectful. She ain't said nothing out of the way. She just interviewed your boy. It's your time. So, okay, it's my time. Let's go.
See, that's what it is, relationships. See, I build relationships with everybody around you. So you was just like, oh, I got to go ahead and do the show. The people around me going to kill me if I don't get on that girl's show.
I'm going to kill myself, man. It was time. It's been time for me to do an interview and start to speak. I've been doing so much work behind the scenes that it's just time to speak. I know it. It's just time to speak on it.
Well, probably too, but that's because you ain't really, some people want to be seen and be out in the, some people just want to do their work, get their money and go on to the house. And that's what type of person you seem like you are.
Yeah. Now, I want to be on the scene, but when it's time, I want to do the work first. I don't want the scene to distract me from the work, because once I put in the proper amount of work, I can enjoy the scene like no other. That's what I'm working toward, to be able to show up at the show with multiple cars on Awesome Wheel booth right there, like a full, just like you see every other wheel company show up to a car show. When I'm showing up like that, that's what I'm ready for. That's what I'm shooting for. I'm grinding for that. Putting in the work to get to that.
I can't wait. I want to be there to see it.
I can't wait either. It's coming soon.
So talk to us a little bit about, you said, do you have a website where we can go and pick out wheels from your company? Do you do custom wheels? Like, would you, say for instance, I called you and I'm like, I want a wheel. Can you design me a wheel and make that wheel? And what does that look like if somebody wants to order some wheels from Awesome Wheel Company?
So pretty much what I've been doing is I've mostly been using Instagram, and it's pretty much relationship based. You hit me up and we start to talk about wheels, and I understand that you're serious. The process is going to be seamless. Okay. And right now there's no website that you can go and look at designs, because these are exclusive designs. Nobody ever seen them. I don't post pictures. Somebody could steal my design. I don't send pictures. I can't keep up with sending pictures all over the place. But I have a separate Instagram, Awesome Wheel Forge. It's private, and if you look into my page, you'll see there are wheels made, and those are from people that I can tell they're serious. Pretty much, that's the best way that I could put it. You can tell some people want to ask questions. I don't mean to be rude, but I can't ask questions all day. People who know what they want and they know what's going on, and they hit me up, and it goes seamless. I just put up a new set of wheels that I'm building 2 weeks ago. Somebody I know that's been following me, that see me making wheels, he didn't, hey man, how long it's gonna take? What is happening? This? He said, hey, pull up, show me some designs. I pulled up, showed him like 3 designs. He said, stop right there. That's it. He go deposit like seamless. Made it happen. Put the deposit in. I got the rendering for the wheels. It's no skips, no flaws. I got myself in a position where I could make wheels without anything being in my way.
Mm-hmm. So if I wanted to get a set of wheels made, what do I need to do?
DM me on Instagram on Awesome Wheels Co. That's the best way. I'm on there all the time. I do talk back. If you're serious and you ready, we're going to make it happen. Because I'm going to be personal with you. I'm going to talk with you. I'm going to ask you what you're looking for. I'm going to show you what I got. We'll go back and forth. Mm-hmm. That's what I do with my customers. That's what I do with the wheel companies. I show them wheels. We discuss what they want. Even down to, I say, for example, Dunk Master. I've been designing wheels for Dunk Master since he started with Rucci. Every set he does, I design the wheels. And we have conversations back and forth. He shows me what he's looking for. I come up with a few renditions, show them to him. We kind of go back and forth about the changes, and we lock a design in, and it just goes from there.
Told you. I told you you are one of the most famous, non-famous.
Famous, non-famous people in the wheel industry. But
in the world, Craig, in the world.
Yeah, in the world, Craig.
Listen,
yep.
that's so dope.
Listen, I show up to car shows without my logo on, just plain Jane as I can. But the people who know, they approach me, we talk.
Why though?
Like I said, I get my work done better in this position. But
don't do that anymore.
I know, because that's why I'm doing this interview. It's pop-out time.
Oh, you popped it out.
Yeah.
Oh, this your what's the word I'm looking for? This your coming out party.
Yeah, this is the coming out party. This is my first interview about wheels since I got into the industry in 2016.
Oh,
I've been working. I'm good. I'm glad I owed it to you because you reached out and you were respectfully persistent.
I say I was harassing you, but tomato, we're going to go with whatever you say.
I'll tell you what it is, though. I'm telling you.
Listen.
I never, the owner of Amani Forge said that to me. When we got on the phone about the wheels, I would contact, when he messaged me and told me he was at SEMA, he said, we'll fix the situation when I leave SEMA, I'll get in contact with you. So I kept in contact with him. We got on the phone. We had a nice conversation. We fixed it. And he said, you know what? You're persistent, aren't you? I said, yep. And that gave me a chance. Probably a year later, we got in contact with each other, and I came to Atlanta to his warehouse, and we did like 5 or 6 more designs. They had their own in-house design. Primarily, these companies don't go outside of whoever they're using. But he said, you know what? I see what we went through. I see what you're doing. I got my own thing going. Well, let's do a few designs.
Right. So I'm sure since 2016, yesterday's price is not today's price.
Today's price at all. At all. At all. At all. Nope. I worked too hard to get it up. And I go back to relationship has things to do with it too.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest with you. Because on a sense of it's the people that I'm working with, we're growing together. We got each other back. So I can't charge you nothing crazy when I'm pretty much depending on you to go up. I need you to go up just as well as I'm going up. So let's work out something that makes it good for both of us.
Right. Right. What's a piece of advice you would give to someone looking to get into maybe not just wheel design, being you know, a fixture in the car world, doing whatever they do. Maybe they own a shop, maybe they, you know, well, whatever they do. What's a piece of advice you would give to someone?
Um, to see where you fit in. You know, the car culture is big, but you have all these different spots. You got grills, you got wheels, you got lights, you got, see where you fit in and put your hours into that. Put your time into that. Put your networking into that. Put your push into that. And on the faith side, you might think you don't know what you're doing, but the moment you see it grow or go to another level, you got something right there. So just keep pouring that energy into that, whatever you find that works for you, and then go up.
Right. And also make sure they keep their face clean. Because if you don't keep your face
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. And that's big in the car industry. Oh man. You gotta stay clean. You cannot cross people. You cannot do people wrong because the word gonna get out. That's how I got into the game. Everybody was trying to figure out did the money for it wrong me so they can have something on them. Right. That's what I seen it as. So we got on the phone and he made sure he kept his face clean. How can we fix this?
right. I love it when people ask me that. How can we fix it? Like that's I love when people ask me that. So that means they ain't came up with nothing. They just want to know what will make me feel better about what they done to me.
Yeah, because a lot of times people may be blindsided to what they have done to you.
Right.
They might not have known they hurt you in the manner that you or did whatever to the extent that you may have felt it. So how can I fix it? What can we do to fix it?
So where do you see yourself in the next, so 16, it's been what, 7 years now?
7 years.
So where do you see yourself in about the next 3 years? You'll be 10 years in then.
I'll be multi-millionaire by then. Oh yeah.
High
five. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'm working on. In 3 years, honestly. The bag should be there. The bag.
Don't forget about it. Don't forget about it. Don't forget about it.
I ain't gonna forget about you. We locked in. We locked in. You are an important fixture in our culture. Can't forget about it.
Thank you.
You out there. You in the street. You in the streets.
I'm gonna be riding around with them awesome wheel company wheels on that Monte Carlo.
Yeah. With your own design. Nobody got these. Get you a T-shirt. Say nobody got these.
How they say tough.
Yep.
What would you like for your followers or fans or supporters to know about you?
I'm serious about this. I'm serious about this. That's what I would like my fans to know, that I'm serious about loving the car culture and enjoying the position of being able to push the car culture. Mm-hmm. I'm serious about it.
So y'all heard that he's serious, and if y'all want to get y'all custom forged wheels made, y'all hit him up. Don't ask a million questions if you ain't ready to spend your money, because he's serious. And y'all
I am serious.
He might be having some custom awesome wheel company rims on her 86 SST top.
Right.
I can't wait.
Pulling up 101. Yep. And it only makes sense. I've been instrumental in pushing what the car culture wheels look like. So why not come directly to the source? And you can't deny it. Like, I put in so much work, and I I'm glad it worked out that way because I seen it working that way. Put out so much work that how can they deny you when it's your time? You put the work.
Yes, he said it. You missed it. Now, for those that just joined, if you missed any of today's episode, it'll be uploaded on YouTube in about the next 30, 45 minutes. So y'all can go back and watch the full episode. He'll talk about how he started drawing wheels right out of the womb.
Pretty much.
So let me just say, this has been a fun episode. I was just, like I said, I'm still in awe about the fact that I feel like, even though it's not me drawing the wheels, I feel like every time I see a set of wheels ride by that I know you done designed, I'm all proud and happy like it was me.
I appreciate it. It's you. It's for us.
And I cannot wait to see what big things you do going forward. I'm just happy to be able to know you and be able to sit on the sidelines and cheer for you.
I appreciate it.
I'm just so in awe of what it is that you do and how you, like I said, have been able to turn your passion into a paycheck. That is super dope.
Right. I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed that I've been able to have the talents that I have and use them. Let
me ask you a question. You draw pictures of other stuff. Like you can draw a person.
I can draw everything, anything.
Really?
But what drove me to drawing wheels is being young, you in the house all the time, so I'm drawing everything, anything, drawing people. But the more I got into the street, I didn't have time to sit down for hours and hours, so I could draw a wheel in 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I fulfill myself, boom, I'm gone. So I'm better at wheels than I am of other things. But sometimes I do draw other things just to kind of shake my mind up.
So how about I wasn't even gonna say this, but I'm just gonna tell this story. When I knew I was gonna interview you, right? I tried to draw a wheel, a rim, because I was gonna show you that I knew what I was doing. But really, it kind of looked like almost. It didn't really look like a wheel. It didn't really look like a rim. It looked like you know how like back in the day when you drew a car and it just had all the sticks and then circles and then
Right.
through the circle. That's
Right.
what it looked like. So I ain't even gonna show it to you. I'm gonna take a picture and send it to you.
Oh yeah, I want to see that. I want to see what you got. Yeah.
It looked like the Flintstones.
Hey, you got to start from somewhere.
I'm gonna leave that to you. You're the pro. I'm gonna leave that to you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It looks like it would be easy, but it's not that easy.
And on that note, y'all heard that man, it is not easy.
It's simple.
Y'all heard that man, it is not easy. And when y'all get in his DM talking about how y'all want these custom wheels designed, just know it is not easy. And yesterday's price is not today's price.
Today's price. We're going up. We're building the brand and we're going up.
Well, that's all the questions I have for you today. Anything else you want us to know before I let you get out of here?
I want to let you know to stay tuned in because I'm serious. Like I'm still working. It's a lot more of the story to go, you know. And I just felt like I was at a point to tell some of the story. Mm-hmm. So that's why we.
Oh, so much. So that means you coming back?
Oh yeah, I'm coming back. Gotta come back.
Okay. I'm gonna be not harassing. You say I'm gonna be being persistent.
Yes, ma'am. That's it. Just be persistent. I got you.
Well, thank you for tapping in with us today and sitting down and answering our questions. I really appreciate you.
Appreciate you. I'm glad you had me on. I'm glad we could make it happen.
Thank you, sir. You have a good night.
You too. Good night.
All right. So, guys, if y'all missed any of today's episode with Awesome Wheel Company, it'll be uploaded on the YouTube channel in about the next 30, 45 minutes. Go catch up on the full episode so you can hear how he got started designing wheels, He designed some of the wheels that your favorite car people in the car world have on their car currently or have had on their cars in the past. So you guys make sure y'all go and catch up on that full episode. And if you missed any of the past episodes, you could click the link in my bio and subscribe to the YouTube channel and catch up on all the past episodes. We've been going since 2019, so there's a lot of stuff for you guys to catch up on. Thank y'all for tuning in to today's episode of Rise and Vibes, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of Rise and Vibes. Have a good night.